Hello students, welcome back. In this particular session we are going to deal about the exercise 5.3. We will do all the questions related to this exercise in 5.3, which is mostly related to the sum of the APs. So let's start. Okay, with our first question, find the sum of the following APs. Okay, so what and all the details have been given. A is given, 2. Okay, 2 7, so difference is also there. 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, to the 10 terms, so we need to find the sum to the 10 terms. So n is given, yes, n is given. Okay, and we need to find the sum of the all the followings to 10 Sn terms. So that means we are looking for S10 terms. So we have a formula for this. Sn, sum of the n term is equal to n by 2 whole bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so let's substitute here. N is 10 here, 10 by 2. 2a is 2 here, plus n minus 1. 10 minus 1 into d, which is 5. Okay, so 2 ones are 5s are 5 into 2 2s are 4, plus 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 into 5. Okay, 5 4 plus 9 5 is 45. Okay, 5 45 plus 4 49. 49 5 is to multiply 49 5. So let's do it here. 5 5 45. Okay, so the answer is 245. Okay, done. This is the answer. This is the sum of the nth term, 10th term, whose sum is 2 will be 245. Okay, so let's move to the next question, students. Hope this is clear. Okay, since we started with the first sum of the n terms, so this is the formula which we can use it. Let me repeat it. It says about the 10th term here. So Sn is equal to n by 2 into whole bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So n is the number, nothing but the number of the term is the first term, n is the term, nth term, and d is the difference, the what do we call as a difference, how we have been removing, getting it for the formula of an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so let's solve some more problems. We'll get more confidence on this sum of the to find the sum of the nth terms. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Okay, so what and all data has been given here. So here we only to find the sum of AP. So like similar we have. Okay, so A is given here. Okay, so A is given as minus 37. Okay, D is given as minus 33 minus of minus 37. Minus 33 minus of minus plus 37, which will become 4. Okay, and n is equal to 12. So it's asking for Sn, S12. Okay, so let's put our formula here. Sn is equal to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so in this we know n, yes, S12. N is 12 by 2 2 into A is given as minus 37 plus N is 12 minus 1 into D. D is, what is D here? 4. Okay. 2 ones are 6. Okay, 6. 2 plus minus 2 37s are 74. Okay, so this becomes 12 minus 1 is 11. 11 into 44. Sorry, 11 into 4 is becomes 44. Okay, so we have 6 minus 74 plus 44. Sign becomes minus 0, 3. Okay, so 6 is a 180. Okay, so this becomes minus 180. So S of 12 is equal to minus of 120. This is the answer for this. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to our next question. Okay, so A is given as 0.6, D is equal to 1.7 minus 0.6 1.7. This becomes 1.1. Okay, and what else is given? N is given. Yes, N is equal to 100, and the sum we need to find is 100. We need to find. Okay, so the formula is Sn is equal to N by 2 into 2A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay, so N is what? 100 divided by 2 into 2A is 0.6 plus N is 100 minus 1 into D is 1.1. 2 ones are 50 52.6 is 1.2 plus 99. 100 minus 1 is 99 into 1.1. Okay, let's solve this inside. 1.2 plus 1.1 into 99, it becomes 9.801. Okay, 99 multiplied by 1.1. This is the result. Okay, so next step. So let's add it here. 50. Okay, let's add this. Okay, so this becomes adding this 0.011. Okay, so now further multiplying this. Okay, this will be our answer. 5055. So S of 100, this is the answer. Okay, hope this is quite simple. So we need to find the sum of it by using this formula. So these are the variable things here. Whatever the variable things are there, we need to put those and get the value. So N is the n term, A is the first term, D is the common difference. So using this, we will find the solution. So this is simple. So let's see how things it will turn around with some more twists in the questions. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so in this question, find the sum. So this is also Okay, but it is in fraction, so let's try to find. A is given as 1 by 15. What is D? D is equal to 1 by 12 minus of 1 by 15. Okay, so we need to find the LCM. LCM will be 12 and 15 we have, so the LCM will be 60. Okay, so how many times 12 goes in 60? 5 times, so 5, and in 15 it goes 4 times. Okay, so let's simplify it further. 5 minus 1, 5 minus 4 is 1 divided by 60. So D we got it as 1 by 60. A we have it, okay, to the 11th term. So 11th term, so N we have as 11, and we need to find S11. Okay, so let's put our formula and solve this. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so n is what? N is 11 divided by 2 into 2. What is a? A is 1 by 15 plus n is 11 minus 1 into d. D is what? 1 by 60. 11 by 2, 2 by 15, plus of 11 minus 1 is 10. Okay, 10 divided by 60, so it becomes 10 into 1 by 60. Okay, so let's simplify further. So here we'll simplify. This goes 1 by 6, so it becomes 11 by 2. So either we can find the LCM here. Okay, so let's find the LCM of this. 15 and 6, the LCM will be 30. Okay, so 30 here, so 15 it goes in 4 times, plus 6 goes in 5 times. Okay, so 11 by 2 into 4 plus 5 is 9 divided by 30. Okay, so this is 9 into 11 is 99. 3 2s are 6, 60. So this further goes in the table. Okay, so does it go in 3 table? Yes, it goes. 3 20s are 33. So further simplification is not possible, so we can put it in the format. Okay, S of 11. Okay, this is in a fraction format. The sum is also, we have received is in a fraction format. So S11. So S11, sum of the 11th term of this arithmetic progression is 33 by 20. Hope this is clear, students. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. Okay, so what is asking? Find the sums given below. Okay, so in this particular equation or arithmetic progression, the last term is given. So this is the last term. Okay, so last term is given. So sum of the terms when the last term is given, we have a formula called Sn is equal to n by 2 a plus l. Okay, L is given, a we have. Okay, so n we don't know, so n we can find out by our formula. We have to find the n term. Okay, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So we don't know what is the position, we can find it here. So 84 is the an value here, which is given. Okay, let's write down what is given. An is equal to 84, N is the one which we need to find. Do we have A? A we have as 7. Okay, do we have D? D we can find it out. Okay, so this is in a mixed fraction, so let's put it in a proper fraction. Okay, in a fraction format. So 10 to 20, 20 plus 1, 21, 21 divided by 2 minus 7. So let's take the LCM. 2, 21 minus 7, which is equivalent to, sorry, 7, no, 7. Okay, so 21 minus 2 sevens are 14. Okay, so 14, so it becomes 7 by 2. So this is our D value. We have got D. So let's try to put it here. Do we have A? Yes, 7 plus N. N is the one which we need to find. So N minus 1 into D. What is D here? D we found it, 7 by 2. Okay. So 7. So let's bring this 7 outside. Okay. 84 minus 7 is equal to N minus 1 into 7 divided by 2. Okay, 84 minus 7 is equal to 77 is equal to N minus 1, 7 divided by 2. So here 7, so let's bring this 7 gets 77 divided by 7 into 2, which will be N minus 1. So we have brought it, it changes here. 7 1s are 11s are 11, 2 is equal to 22. 22 is equal to N minus 1. So minus 1 goes here. 22 plus 1 is equal to N. So we have N is equal to 23. Okay, so we have got N and we can replace this in this. Okay, in this formula. So let's try to put it here. Okay, so let me put it here itself. Okay, Sn is equal to N by 2 A plus L. Okay, so N is 23. 23 divided by 2 A. Let's move on. So we have A here. A is equal to, what is the value of A here? 7 plus L. What is L here? 84. Okay, 23 by 2. Let's add this. It becomes 91. Okay, so this one, so you can do multiplication. 1s are 9 1s 3. It becomes 3. Then becomes, okay, 9 0 2. Okay, the remainder 2 holds good. So the S of 23 sum is 2093 by 2. This is the sum. Okay, students, so let's move to the next question. This is how we can solve, and let's see what is there in our next question for us to solve. Okay, so here find the sum given below. A is given as 34, D is given as 32 minus 34, which is equal to minus 2, and N is, okay, so N is given as, what is N given? N is given as, N is the one which we need to find here, but we have been given as N. Okay, this is the one. Okay, so now how do you find? Okay, so we can find N by this formula. An is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. An is given as 10. What is A? A is 34 plus N minus 1 into D. D is minus 2. Okay, so let's solve it. 10, let's bring this 34 here. Minus 34 is equal to n minus 1 into minus 2. Okay, so this becomes, okay, so 10 remove, it becomes minus 24. Okay, so n minus 1 into minus 2. So let's bring this minus 2 here. Minus 24 divided by minus 2 is equal to n minus 1. Minus minus gets cancelled. 2 1s are 12s are. Okay, so let's swap it here. N minus 1 is equal to this 12. Okay, n is equal to 12. Let's bring this minus 1 here. It becomes plus. It is 13. N is equal to 13. Okay, so now with this, can we find the last term is given? Okay, so last term is given as 10. So let's try to solve it with the formula sum when the last term is given as Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. Okay, so Sn. So we found the n here, so which is S 13 divided by 2 into A. What is the value of A? A is 34 plus L. What is L? L is 10. Okay, so let's sort it. 13 divided by 2, 34 plus 10 becomes 444. Okay, so this can be divided. 2 ones are 22. Okay, so it becomes 13 into 22. So this becomes 13 into 22 becomes 682. So S of 13, sum of 13 term is 286 when the last term is given, last term value is given. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to our next question and see what do we have in that to sort out. Okay, so find the sum of the given below. So here also the last term is given. So do we have, let's try to sort it for the last term. Okay, so A is given as minus 1, D. So what is D? D is nothing but minus 8 and minus of minus 5. Okay, so this becomes minus 8, minus of minus becomes plus 5. It becomes minus 3. So D is equal to minus 3. Okay, so we have D. So we have Sn, which is equal to minus 230. So N is equal to question mark. So to find the N, we need to use this formula. An is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay, so An is there. So what is the value of An? An is equal to minus 230 is equal to A. What is A? Is minus 5 plus N. N is the one which we need to find. N minus 1 into D. D is minus 3. Okay, so minus 230. Let's bring this minus 5 here. This becomes plus 5. N minus 1 into minus 3. So minus 230, this becomes minus 225 equal to N minus 1 into minus 3. So let's try to solve it. 225 divided by minus 3. Let's bring this minus 3 here and N minus 1. Okay, minus minus gets cancelled and thus 3 goes in this, so it goes 75 times here. Okay, so 75 N minus 1. So N is equal to, let's bring this N is equal to this 75 this side, then this minus, if you bring it, it becomes plus. So it becomes 76. So we have N value as 76. So now let's try to solve it with the formula. with sum when the last value is given. So Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus L. So Sn is there. Sn is what? Sn is there. Sn is 76 equal to n is value 76 divided by 2 into a. A is minus 5, and what is the value of L? L is also minus 230. Okay, so let's bring this bit. 230. Okay, so this gets divided here by 38. Okay, so 38 minus 5 minus plus becomes minus 230. Okay, so further simplifying, 38 minus sign 235. Okay, so now multiplying 38 with this, it becomes, sign will be minus. Okay, so it will be 58. Okay, so 38 multiplied by 235 is 0398. Okay, so it becomes S76 equal to minus 8930. This is the sum of this 76th term. Okay students, let's move to the next question. Okay, so in an AP, given is A, difference is given, N is given 50, find N and Sn. Okay, so in this particular arithmetic progression is given, so we have A, we have D, we have An, and find N and Sn. So how do you find okay, so N is there. N, we have a formula to find the n term using An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So with this we will get the value of n. So An is there 50, A is there 5 plus n minus 1 into D. D is given as 3. So 50, bring this 5 here, minus 5 is equal to n minus 1 into 3. 50 minus 5, 45 is equal to n minus 1 into 3. So 45 further divided by 3 is equal to n minus 1. Okay, so 45 gets divided by 3 15 times. Okay, so 15 n minus 1. So let the n be here. N is equal to this 15 be here, minus 1 goes here, becomes plus 1. So n is equal to 16. So we got the value of n. Okay, so so S of 16. So let's find the, so as per the question we need to find Sn, n we found, so S16 we need to find. So for that we need have a formula for Sn. Sn is equal to, okay, so last term is, let's consider this as a last term. Okay, An is given as this, so last term is value is 50. Okay, so we can use this formula, n by 2 when last term is given, so A plus L. Okay, so S16 is equal to, n is 16 by 2. Okay, so A is sorry, A we have A is equal to 5 plus L. What is L here? L is equal to 50. Okay, so this is the one which we found by using this A50. Okay, so we can put 50 here. 2 ones are 8. Okay, 8, and this one is 55. Okay, so further multiplying 55 by 8, it becomes 0 Okay, 4, then it further multiplying 4. Okay, so S16 is equal to 440. Okay, so one thing is, remember here is when it's asked for finding the sum, and usually use the other formula what we have. So if the last term is available, then you can use this particular formula. Okay, so here we are considering an as equal to 50 because value is given, and this we can consider as the last term. So when there is no specific, n is the one, so n is the one which we have identified. So n we found it, so n of s, after finding n, S16. So this is AN16, which is the last sum of that last term we can consider. With this you can so relate. So N we got it right. So 16. So we have the value of AN. AN is nothing but A16. So we have 50. So similarly we can find SN, S16. Okay. This is how we can find we can see which formula to be used. Okay. Okay students, let's move next to the next question. Okay, so in this particular AP, E is given E13 is equal to 35, find D S13. Okay, so we can consider one hint is here, A13 is there, so we have the value of A13, 13th term, okay, and sum of the 13th term. So we can consider that as the last term for solving. Okay, so what now we need? So D. Okay, we need find D. How do you find D here? Okay, so given the hint here A13, so A13 is there, so D is unknown. So we know the formula, the general progression is that if you have AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay, so with the general form of arithmetic progression, we know A13 will be A plus N minus 1, which is 12D. Okay, so 12D. Okay, so here A13 is given as 35. What is A is 7 plus 12. D is the one which we need to find. So 35 minus 7 is equal to 12D. So 35 minus 7 is equal to 28 is equal to 12D. So further putting here, 28 divided by 12 is equal to D. Solving this, it goes 2 6 then 1 4. Okay, further it goes to 3 7. Okay, so D value will be 7 by 2. Oh, 1 second. So this should be the value, right? So 7 by 3 it should be. So this is going 3. Okay, so 7 by 3. Okay, so now we got the value of D. Can we find the sum? Yes, for finding the sum, when the last value is given, do we have the last? Yeah, we can consider this as last 13. So we have n value as 13. So we can consider this as S13. Oh, sorry, not S13. Let's put it a general formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. Okay, so Sn is nothing but S13. So value of n is 13 divided by 2. We have A. What is A? A is 7 plus L. What is L here? L is 35. The last term's value. Okay. So 13 divided by 2. 7 plus 35 is 42. Further 2 gets divided, it becomes 21. So 13 into 21, multiplying this, we will get as 3 7 2. Okay, so this is the 13th term, sum of the 13th term, which is the last term, whose value is 273. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to our next question. So we need to find A S12. So here A12 is given. So we can consider here D is given A. So how do you find A12? A12 with the general form of arithmetic progression, we can find A12 is equal to A plus 11D n minus 1, that is n is 12 here, so n minus 1, which is 11D. So 37, what is A is the one which we need to find, plus 11D, which is 3. Okay, 37 A 11 to 3 is becomes 33. So 37 minus 33, let's bring it here towards left side. 33 plus becomes minus A, so 37 minus 33 is 4 plus 4A, so A's value is 4. Okay, so we got first. So now what formula we can use? Okay, so can we use our formula of last term? Yes, because it's saying 12th and here also 12th, so we can use S12. Let's write the formula first. Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. Okay, so S12 is equal to, what is n? N we got 12 by 2 into A. A we got right now 4 plus L. L is nothing but 37, last term's value. Okay, so if you see here, 2 gets divided here, 6, and this can be added up, which becomes 41. Okay, so further multiplying S12, okay, 6 4 is 6, so it becomes, so further multiplying we get it 6 4 2. Okay, so this is the sum. So let me repeat it here. If you know the last term, then you can use this formula, otherwise you can use the one which we are using. Okay, 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, so what do we need to do here? A3 is there, S10 is there. Okay, so D we need to find, and A10. Okay, perfect. So we need to find D. How do you find D? Okay, so A3 is given, so A3 can be represented as A plus 2D. So in this, D is unknown. Okay, so A is also unknown. So let's, A3 is given, so what we can do is 15 is equal to A plus 2D. Okay, so this is one of our expression, and also S10 is given. So when there are two unknowns, there should be at least some two equations to sort this out. Okay, so let's see whether we can form another equation here. So let's mark this as one equation. Okay, so S10, so can we utilize our S10? Yeah, okay, so we have Sn formula, right? So Sn is equal to n by 2 into A plus L. Okay, so can we use this formula? Last term is the last term given, so it is expecting A10, but A3 is there, so let's, okay, so we need to use the other formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, so the reason why we took this particular formula is because we need to equate here. So two unknowns, we need to have A and D. So with this formula only we can get it. So if it was L, then we could have distinguished, put this formula. So that's why we are going ahead with this particular formula to find the sum of the terms. Okay, so in this case we have n is equal to 10 and Sn is equal to 125. So with this information, let's go ahead. S10. Okay, so S10 is equal to n we have 10 divided by 2 into 2. Do we have the a is the one which we need to find, a plus n we have as 10. 10 minus 1 is 9. D we don't know, that's what we need to find. Okay, so 2 gets divided 5, so 5 multiplied, it becomes 5. Okay, so let's multiply here. Okay, so we have the S10 value. Let's try to put it here because this is known. So 5 2a plus 9t. So let's see, yeah, so 125 divided by 5 is equal to 2a plus 9t. 5 goes 25 times. Okay, so this becomes 25 is equal to 2a plus 9d. So now we have the two equations. Okay, so with the two unknown values, so to solve this, let's put here, okay, we have a plus 2d is equal to 15, one of the equation, and another equation is 25. Okay, so to equate this, okay, so we have 2a plus 9d is equal to 25. To solve this, we need to multiply here with 2. Okay, so let's put it here. This becomes, okay, let me put it here down. Okay, it becomes 2a plus 4d. 15 into 2 is 30. Okay, then let's take the other equation. So this becomes your third equation. Okay, this becomes your third equation. So 2 and 3. So 2a plus 9d is equal to 25. So the reason why we took is we want to cancel off one of the unknowns so that we can find one at a time. Okay, so by if you put it same, then it will become two variables, so we want to solve this. Okay, so that's why, so let's subtract it. 2a gets cancelled, so this becomes minus 5d is equal to, here it becomes minus plus plus, so it becomes 5. Okay, so d is equal to 5 divided by minus 5. Okay, it is equal to minus 1. So d value is minus 1. Okay, so what was the question being asked? So d value. So now we need to find the a of 10. So using this, how can we find? We have a formula of to find the a of 10. Okay, so we have the value of d is equal to minus 1. Okay, then what do we have further? Do we have a? Okay, a we can solve it by putting in any of the equations. Okay, so let's put it, a plus 2d is equal to 15. So we have the value of, we need to find a plus 2, d is minus 1 is equal to 15, a is equal to minus 2, 15, a is equal to 15, minus goes here, it becomes plus 2 is equal to 17. So we have 17. Okay, so a is equal to 17 and d is equal to minus 1. So the next part is we need to find a10. Okay, so from the arithmetic progression we know a10 is represented as a plus n minus 1 into d. So 10 minus 1 is 9 into d. So do we have a? Yes, we found out a, which is 17 plus 9. Do we have d? Yes, we have d. Okay, so 17 plus into minus becomes minus, 9 ones are 9. Then do we have the value? What is the value? We have the value as a10 is equal to 9. Sorry. Okay, so 8. Okay, so this is 17, right? Not 18. So if you remove this 9, it becomes 8. So this is what we need to identify here. Okay, so we have done this, found, identified D, identify A10. So this is what is being asked. So let's move to the next question, students. Okay, given D is given, S9 sum of the n term is given 75, find A and AN. Okay, so we can find it. So we can use the similar concept here. So S9 is given. So okay, so S9 is given. So we can use the formula. Okay, so let's use this formula. Sn, sum is given. So Sn is equal to n by 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, so here if you see why we are using this formula is we have the n value, we have we don't have a value, n value we have, D value is there. So with this, the unknown in this is a, so we can find from this particular formula. So Sn is there, so Sn value, let's put it 75 here. Okay, and okay, so n value is there, n is nothing but 9 divided by 2. How? This is the one. Okay, 9 we are placing here. So 2a is the one which we need to find, plus n minus 1, which is 9 minus 1 is 8. D is given as 5. Okay, so let's see, n by 2a plus 8 5s of 40. Okay, so further in, okay, so let's move forward. Okay, so let's multiply 9 upon t, 9 by 2 with this, so 2 get cancelled, 9a. Okay, plus, so 9 into 40, 2 ones are 2 20s are 20. Okay, 20 into 9 is 180, so 75. So 75, let's bring minus 180 here, is equal to 9a. Okay, so 9a. Okay, so 75 minus 180 becomes minus, so it becomes minus 105 is equal to 9a. Okay, so minus, let's swap it, 9a is equal to minus 105. Let's bring it, a is equal to minus 105 divided by 9. Okay, so it goes in 3 3s are 335. Okay, further it can't go, so it will be a is equal to minus of 35 divided by 3, value of a. Okay, so we got the value of a. Fine, so now we need to find the an, a9. So we can find this with the, okay, so a9 is equal to a plus n minus 1, which is 8d. So what is the value of a we got? We got the value of a as minus 35 divided by 3. Okay, this is plus 8. What is the value of d? D value we have it as 5. How do we get it? We have seen here. Okay, so here it is given as 5. Okay, so minus 35 divided by 3 plus 8 5s of 40. Let's find the LCM. 3 minus 35 plus, it becomes 4, 3 is 120. Okay, so further solving this, so minus 35 subtracted with 120, it becomes, okay, so it becomes 85. A9's answer is 85 by 3. Further we cannot divide it. Okay students, so in this we found A and AN. So this is what is the expectation from this particular question. So let's move to the next question. So what is given here? A is given, D is given, Sn is given. Find N and An. Okay, so N, how do we find it? Okay, so Sn is given. Let's try to proceed with Sn. So with Sn, can we find it? Sn formula, N is equal to N by 2. So we can put our formula. A plus N minus 1 into D. Okay, so the given value Sn is given here 90. N is the one which we need to find, so we don't have N, and we can find. So 2. A is given, yes, A is given as 2 plus N minus 1. D is given, yes, D is given. So in this, the only one unknown is N. So let's try to solve it here. N by 2, 2 2s are 4, plus 8N is, N into 8 is 10 minus 8. Okay, so N by 2 minus 8 plus 4 becomes minus 4, so 8N minus 4. Okay, so if you see here, okay, the value is 90. Okay, so let's multiply N by 2 with this. So N into N, it becomes 8, sorry, not 8. So 2 gets divided by this, it becomes 4. N square minus plus minus 2 goes to 2 times, it becomes 2N. Okay, so let's put it here. 4N square minus 2N. Let's bring this 90 inside. Minus 90 is equal to 0. Okay, so this has formed the quadratic equation. Okay, so from this we can simplify further. We can take common. 2 is common here, so we can take 2 common here. 2n square, 2n squared minus n minus 45 is equal to 0. So here if you divide by 2, basically it goes, so it becomes 2n squared minus n minus 45 is equal to 0. Anything divided by 0 is 0. Okay, so this is a quadratic equation. So quadratic equation, when you multiply, it should be minus 90. Okay, and when you add, it should be this. So let's do the factorization. Okay, so let's do the factorization here. $90, which is 45 into 2 is 90 here. So let's take it here. So 245. Okay, then further, does it go in 3? Yes, 3, 15. Does it go in 3? Yes, further 5. Okay, so we can form here this factorization. Okay, 10 and 9. Okay, let's move forward. 2n square minus 10n plus 9n minus 45 is equal to 0. Okay, so it becomes 2n. Let's take 2n. So what is remaining? N minus 5. Okay. So further taking common factor, common is here plus. So what is common? 9 is common. 9 is out. What is remaining? N is remaining. Plus minus 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 n. 9 5s are 45. Okay, is equal to 0. So here we can find 2n plus 9 n minus 5. 2n. Okay, so n. So n is here. So 2n plus 9 is equal to 0. 2n is equal to minus 9. N is equal to minus 9 by 2. Okay, so n minus 5 is equal to 0. N is equal to 5. So n cannot be the fraction negative, so it should be number of terms. So number of term is 5. So n is equal to 5 here. Okay, so we got n. Okay, n value is equal to 5. So let's find an. An is there. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So a5 is given as 2 plus n is 5 minus 1 into d. D is 8. So 2 plus 5 minus 4, 8. 2 plus 32. Further it becomes 34. So a5 is equal to 34. This is a solution for this problem. Okay, let's move to the next question and see what do we have to sort it out. Hope this is clear here. Okay, so given an arithmetic progression, a value is there, en is equal to 62, nth value is 62, sum of that nth is equal to 210. Okay, find n and d. So which one we can find? Okay, so we can find the last value is given here, so we can find, because n is there and the sum of that value is also given, so we can utilize this formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. Okay, so here a is there, l is there. Okay, l is there, 62, and sum of that is also there, so we can utilize this formula. 210 is equal to n is the one which we need to find. A is given as 8, and the last value which we consider in term here is 62. What is the 10 we need to find? So that value we will replace here. Okay, n by 2, this becomes 70. Okay, so this gets divided 35. Okay, n of 35 to 10. So let n be here. 210 divided by 35 is equal to n. Okay, does 35 go directly into 10, or okay, 5 table it goes. Okay, so 35 goes here, 35, 6, so 10. So n is equal to 6 here. Okay, so we got the value of n here. what is that next we need to find? So we need to find the difference here. So n is equal to, we got n is equal to 6. Okay, so okay, when we have n, okay, so we can use this formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So we have n value here, a 6. Okay, one second. So we can put this as a 62. Okay, a value is given as 8 plus n. What is n here? N is 6 minus 1. N is 6. Here minus 1 and d. Okay, so 62 minus 8 is equal to 5d. Okay, so 2 goes, then it becomes 54 5d. Okay, so let's put it here, 54 divided, let's bring the 5 here, is equal to d. Okay, so this is the value of d. So we found n, we found d. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so here given an, okay, so d is given. Okay, so in this an, so anth term 4 is difference is 2, Sn term is given 14. So one hint here is that we can use our nth formula. Okay, so an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so an value is given, we can replace it by 4. A is given, a is not given, so a is not given, we need to find plus n. N is not given here, n minus 1. Is d given? Yes, d is given 2. 4 is equal to a. Let's do 2 plus 2n minus 2. Okay, let's bring this 4 minus 2 here, becomes plus 2, a plus 2n. Okay, this becomes 6 is equal to a plus 2n. Okay, so what we can do is, there are two unknowns, so what we can do, let's try to see. A is the one which we need to find, right? So let's put a is equal to, a is 6 here, 6, this goes this the other side, it becomes minus 2n. So let's take the value of a, let's see whether we can utilize it later. Okay, since s and n term is given, so we can use this formula, some number Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus last term. Okay, so let's try to find it here. Sn is given, Sn is minus 14, n is not available, 2 a. So can we replace a here? Yes, we can replace a here with this value, 6 minus 2n, and is the L given? Yes, L is given as 4. Minus 14 is equal to n by 2. Okay, so you have 6 plus 4, it becomes 10 minus 2n. Okay, so here minus 14, let's multiply n by 2 with this, so 2 gets divided by 10, it becomes 5 n minus the 2 get cancelled, it becomes 2 n, 2 gets cancelled here, so it becomes n square. So let's put it, so this is a quadratic equation which we have got. So let's bring the minus n to this side, so n square minus 5n minus 14 is equal to 0. Okay, So here we got the quadratic equation. When you multiply, it should be 14 minus 14n square. Okay, one second. Minus 14n square. And it should be minus 5n. What are the factors which we need to find? So the factors would be 7 and 2. Yeah, 7 2 is 14. Yeah, 7 plus 7. Yeah, so 7 and the 2 factors. Okay, so the factors would be n squared minus 7n plus 2n minus 14 is equal to 0. Okay, so if you multiply 7 into 4 becomes 14 minus 14. Okay, this one, when you subtract, it becomes when you add it, it becomes minus 7 plus 2n becomes 5n. Okay, so these are the values. Okay, so n, so let's bring the common here, n outside, n minus 7. Okay, plus 2 is common here, n minus 7 is equal to 0. So n minus 7. Okay, then n plus 2. Okay, so then the value of n minus 7 is equal to 0, n plus 2 is equal to 0, n is equal to 7, n is equal to minus 2. It cannot be negative, so this is the value of n is equal to 7. Okay, so we got n is equal to 7. Further we can solve by having the value of n. So let's replace here. A is equal to 6 minus 2. What is the value of n? N we got it as 7. Okay, so 6 minus 2, 7 is 14. So this becomes minus 8. So the value of A is minus 8. Okay, so we need to find A and the n, so which we have done. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Okay, previous one was 8, this one is 9. Okay, so we need to find D here. Okay, what all things have been given? Okay, so we need to find D here. So sum is given, S is given, so which is nothing but Sn. So we can use the Sn formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into D. Sn is given as 192, n is given as 8 divided by 2, 2 into A is given as 3 plus n we have 8 minus 1 into D. So D is the one which we need to find it. Okay, so 192, 2 gets divided, 2, 4, 4, 2, 3 is 6 plus 8 minus 1, 7, D. Okay. Okay, so we can put bring this 4 towards this side. Okay, this becomes 6 plus 7D. Okay, so 4 gets divided by, so it's get divided by 48 times. 48 is equal to 6 plus 7D. Okay, so 48 minus 6 is equal to 7D. Okay, so it becomes 42 is equal to 7D. Okay. Okay, so 42 divided by 7, which is equal to D. 7 7s are 49, 7 6 are 42. Okay, so D value is equal to 6. Okay, so what is that we need to find? Yeah, we need to find the value of d, which we have done. Okay, okay students, so this is clear. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so here we need to find the value of a. Okay. Okay, so here given L. Okay, so last term is given and its sum is given as 144, and there are total 9 terms. So N is also given here. Find A. So it's quite straightforward here. So we have the formula Sn is equal to N by 2 into A plus L. So Sn is given as 144, N is given as 9 divided by 2, A is given as, no, A is the one which we need to find. A plus L is given as 28. Okay, so 144. So 144. So here let's multiply, it becomes reverse. 2, 9 is equal to A plus 28. Okay, so does it go in 3's table? 3 3's this goes 4 4 44. Okay, so not by 44, it goes with 46. Yes, 46. Further, does it divide? Okay, no, it doesn't divide. Okay, so we have 16 into 2 is equal to A plus 28. 16 2s are 32. Let's bring this 28 here. Minus 28 is equal to A. So we have 28 to 4 A. So value of A is equal to 4. Okay, so what is it we need to find here? Yeah, so we need to find A. So with this we have sorted out and found the value of A. So hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay students, so let's read the question here. How many terms of the arithmetic progression, given the arithmetic progression 9, 17, 25 must be taken to given a sum of 636? Okay, so we have the sum, we need to find how many terms here. Okay, that means n. So what has been given here is A given. A is equal to, yes, the first term 9. Okay, is the difference given? Yes, we can retrieve the difference. E2 minus A1. What is E2 here? 17 minus of 9. So which will be 8. So we have the value of D. Okay, so we have the value of A. It's given as, sum is given as Sn, okay, of 636, and we don't know the n, so we need to find the n whose sum will be this one. So we can utilize the formula of finding the sum of the nth term. So Sn, let's go ahead with the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into whole bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, let's substitute the values what we have. 636 is equal to n, we don't have, n by 2. 2 into a we have 9, plus n we don't have, n minus 1 into d we have received. Okay, so here we have 636, let it be there, 9 by 2, 2 9s are 18, plus 8 9s are 8n. So let's multiply this with this, so we'll get 8n minus of 8. Okay, so then we have n by 2, 18 minus 8, it becomes 10 plus 8n. Okay, so let's bring it down. Six 36, let's bring it here. n, let's multiply n by 2 into this bracket, so it becomes n divided by 2 into 10. 2 gets divided by 10 into 5, so it becomes 5n plus 2 gets divided 4 n into n, 4n square. Okay, so let's solve this further. So this becomes our quadratic equation. So let's bring this in this format. 4n square plus 5n. Let's bring this 636. This becomes minus 636 is equal to 0. So now if you want, so product of this, we need to find the quadratic equation. So product of, okay, so if you multiply factors we need to find. So if you multiply, it should be 636, okay, multiplied by 4. Okay, so this is a workout, so we'll get the value as 4 5 2. Okay, so now so product should be product. If you multiply, we need to find the factors. So let's go ahead with the factorization. 2 5 4 4. Okay, so let's go ahead with 2. Becomes 2 7 2 1. Two further, it gives you 6. Okay, so further it gives you 6 multiplied with 3 6. Okay, further we can do, we can get 8 1 3 2. Okay, further we'll go. So 3 goes in 3, doesn't go in 2, so this becomes 3. Okay, this multiplied, and then you have multiplied with this, then you multiply this becomes 48. Okay, so the factors which we have is 4n square plus 53n minus 48n minus 636 is equal to 0. So if you add it, 53 minus 48 will be 5n. Okay, fine. So let's move forward. So let's take common. N is common here, so n 4n plus 4n plus, here we have 53. Okay, so what is common here? 48. Okay, so we can see 12. Okay, in 12 let's take common out 12. Okay, so what is remaining? 4 12 are 48. Okay, 48, 4 times it goes, the remaining is n. Okay, minus into plus, minus into minus becomes plus, so 636 goes in, 636 goes in 12. Okay, so if you divide in 12, okay, so it goes 55. Okay, so 53. Okay, so we have n minus 12 Then we have 4n plus 53. Okay, n minus 12 is equal to 0. 4n plus 53 is equal to 0. N is equal to 12 minus, if this side comes plus 12, it becomes, so 4n. So 4n equal to, let's bring this minus 53. Okay, as we can see, it has come as negative. Here itself we can see that it cannot be a negative. So let's further simplify it. Minus 53 divided by 4. Further, it is coming as a fraction. So n cannot be this value. Okay, it cannot be this. So n value is 12, which is positive integer. Okay. Okay, so this is the question which has been asked here. So how many terms? So n is the one which we need to find. Okay, so this is what is the answer we have received. Okay, so how many terms of an arithmetic progression must be taken to given? So here, if you simplify, so here the thing is more of the logic coming is this formula. We know how to find this sum. So it is coming to a quadratic equation which we need to sort it. Okay, so if we resolve the quadratic equation, we should be getting the value of n. So here the double logic has been applied. One is that arithmetic progression is there to find what is the sum. Then once we have found, the equation is being coming as a quadratic equation. If we solve this quadratic equation, we'll get the value of n. And we know the n value cannot be the number, the nth term we say is cannot be negative, nor it can be fraction. Okay, you cannot say half term. It could be 1 or 2. Okay, fine. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. The first term of an AP. Okay, what is given? Let's write it down. First term, let's read it first. The first term of an AP is 5. The last term is 45 and the sum is 400. Okay, find the number of terms and the common difference. Okay, so what it is given is a is equal to 5 and the last term. So it is saying the last term is 45. Okay, and the sum is given as Sn. Okay, is equal to 400. Okay, and do we know n? No, this is what we need to find, n. Do we know the one more thing? We don't know the difference. So this what is the question being asked. Okay, so what is that formula? We can use it here. So we have if the last term is been given, so we can use the formula for the sum of Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. Okay, so we have Sn is yes 400. What is n? We need to find. Is a there? Yes, a is there. 5 plus l is 45. Okay, so n divided by 2, 45 plus 5, 50. Okay, so further 2 ones are 25. Okay, so n25, this is 400. So 400 divided by 25 is equal to n. Let's move down further. Okay, so simplifying this, 25. Okay, so 25 goes in 100 4 times, 4 60. Okay, so the value is 16. N is equal to 16. So we got n. So now when we got n, can we find the difference? How do we find? Okay, so with our n term formula we can find here. So an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So an is given, yes, an is given the last term. So last term is nothing but this one, which is the last term, which is all happens to be the n term which we need to find. So its value is given 45 is equal to a is given, yes, 5 plus n, yes, we found it when 16 minus 1 into D. Okay, 45 is equal to 5 plus 16 minus 1 is 15D. Okay, so 45, bring this 5 here, minus 15D, so it becomes 40 15D. Okay, so 40 divided by 15 is equal to D. Okay, 15, 3 5 3s are 8, so D is equal to 8 by 3. Okay, so we got N, we got D. This is what we are asked to find it. Okay, hope this question is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. We have A is given. Okay, AN is also given. Okay, so let's try to simplify it further. Okay, 350 minus 17 is equal to N minus 1 into 9. Okay, 350 minus 17, it comes to 3 is equal to N minus 1 into 9. So let's divide this by 9 is equal to N minus 1. Okay, so it is 3 3s. 7. Okay, 37 is equal to N minus 1. So N is equal to 37 plus 1 is equal to 38. So we got the N value as 38. Okay, so let's solve the other part of the question, sum. Okay, so N we have, so we can use the formula Sn is equal to N by 2 into A plus L. The reason we have taken L is said to be the last term. Okay, last term as given in the question. This is the last term, which is 350. So we can use this formula to find the sum of the last term. So now we know that last term is nothing but position is 38. Okay, nth value is 38. So let's try to put the values and sort it out. This is nothing but S38, you can see, equal to N. N is 38 divided by 2 into A is 17 plus L is given as 350. Okay, so 2 goes here. Okay, then this get added 19. Okay, so further multiplying we get S38 as 6973. Okay, so this is what is being asked in the second question, in the second part of the question. Okay, sum and the end term. So hope this is clear. So we found, with the given information, we found the nth term, and then using that nth term we found the sum of it. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so what it says is sum of the first 22 terms. So we need to find the sum of first 22 terms. Okay, so N is given. Yes, N is given as 22. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, so do we have the D? Difference is given as 7. Okay, difference is given. Okay, and the 22nd term, so A 22 is given, which is equal to 149. Okay, so now A22 is given. So with this we can find the value of A. A is not given, the first term, so we can find A in is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So in this case we know a 22 is equal to a, we don't have, a plus n is 22, 22 minus 1 into d, d is 7. Okay, so a is 149, a plus 21 into 7, 149 is equal to a plus 21 into 7 becomes 7, 14. Okay, so a becomes, let's bring the a this side, a is correct, a is here, so let's swap it here, a, then 149 remains same, then this 147 brings here, it becomes minus 147, so a is equal to 2. Okay, so we got a. So now we got the a, and let's find the sum of 22. So sum of 22 we need to find. Okay, so let's consider the, okay, so sum of this term. So we can utilize the formula when the last term is given, is, or we can use the other normal formula. So last term for us is nothing but the 22. Okay, so let's try to put the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 to a plus l. Okay, 22 divided by 2 into a we have received 2, and what is l we have received here. Okay, 22nd term. So if you see here 22nd, its value is also given, so we can utilize this, so sum of this, so we can consider the last term 149. Okay, so 11 into 1 5 1, multiplying this 1661 is of 22. Okay, this is our answer. This is the sum which we need to find. Okay, so this is clear, right? So when another hint what you can see is that if it is asking the same terms, okay, where something has been mentioned with respect to the same term, if you see here 22 has been mentioned and the sum of it, so you can utilize the formula. For example, if it was something a21, okay, and sum they're asking for the 22, then you can't utilize this. If it is similar, so one hint is that if the nth number has been mentioned, and if it happens to be same for the nth term finding and also for the sum, you can utilize the formula L, where L is the last term. So just remember this hint. Okay, otherwise also you can find it, but that's a lengthier, so this is a shorter one. Okay, so you can utilize the other formula as well. Okay, let's move to the next question, students. Hope this is clear. Okay, so let's read the question here. Find the sum of the first 51st term of an AP. Okay, so it's asking you to find the sum of first 54 terms. So this is the sum they're asking of an AP whose second and third term. So second and third terms are 14 and 18. So A2 is given as 14, and A3 third term is given as 18. Okay, so do we have A? No, we don't have. We need to find here A. Okay, so to find the sum formula we need A. Okay, so that's why we need to find A here. And do we have the D? D is not given. Okay, but the terms have been given, so second and third terms are given, so by finding the difference we can find the D. So let's proceed here. So D is equal to A3 minus A2. So 18 minus 14. So what is the value we'll get? D is equal to 4. Okay, so D value we got it as 4. So we got D. So okay, respectively find the sum. So this is the one which we need to find. Okay, so to find this sum, so once we get the D, we know how to get from the arithmetic progression. A is equal to, okay, A is equal to, AN is equal to A. So it's always good to write the formula as much possible, because for the formula also you get the marks. So always make a habit of writing, even though if you know, keep repeating it. Okay, so that's a good way, especially in maths when you're doing. So always write the formula. A plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so what is a? Let's take a2. Okay, e2. So a2, a plus 2 is what we know. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 into d is d. Okay, let me not confuse here. Okay, so a is here. 2 minus 1 into d. 4. Okay, a plus 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 into 4 is 4. Okay, so the a2 value we have it as 14. Okay, so a is here, then we have 14 here, we have the interchange, then this 4 goes here, this becomes minus 4. Okay, so a value is equal to 10. Now when we got the value of a, d, can we find the sum? So okay, so what is the formula? So in this we can find the sum. Sn is equal to n by 2 whole bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So we have the values here. Okay, so Sn is nothing but n51. We need to find the sum is equal to n, we know, 51 divided by 2. So we have 2, we have a which we have received here, 10 is 10, plus n we have 51 bracket 51 minus 1, and d we have the value as 4. Okay, so 51 divided by 2, 2 tens are 20, plus 50 minus 1, 51 minus 1 becomes 50, 50 into 4 is 200. Okay, so this becomes 51 into 2, 200 plus 20 to 20. So this further gets divided, 2, 1, 0. Okay, 51 into 110, you will get the value as 0, 1, 6, 5. Sum of 51. Okay, so what did we do? So we found the sum of the 51st term which was being asked. To find the sum from the formula, we need to have the unknown things which need to be identified, like the nth term. We need to find the first term. We need to have the difference. So difference, we got it from the given. Difference is nothing but the consecutive successive numbers subtracting. So we got the difference, then substituting that with the value which has been given, the term value. So we got the a value. Then we use the formula to find the sum and substitute it. We got the solution. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. If the sum of the first 7 terms of an AP is 49, okay, so what is given? Let's write it down. S of sum of this 7 term is given as 49, 7 given as 49, and also the sum of 17 is given as 289. Okay, so 289. So what is there asking? Find the sum of the nth term. So sum of the nth term we need to find. Okay, so what is it trying to say? When there are not much information given and you have the two data provided, so we can find that by equating that. So we need to form some sort of an equation, solve that equation with that, and since they are similar, so we can find the equation. So always remember that when enough data is not provided, we need to find the solution by forming the equations from the given data and then solving that equations will be giving the unknown or the variables which we are looking for. For example, in SN, the input what we need is we need A, we need N, we need D. Okay, so nothing has been provided from this question, so this data we can utilize. Okay, so we know the sum of the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so what is Sn? So here we have Sn as S7 is equal to 7 by 2a plus n is there, n is 7 minus 1, 7 minus 1 and d. Okay, so d is not aware. S7, let's substitute S7, 49 is equal to 7 divided by 2 into 2a plus 7 minus 1 is 6d. Okay, so 49 into, let's bring this 2 by 7 the left side. Okay, so it reverses, 2 by 7 is equal to 2a plus 6d. 7 7s are 49. Okay, so let's put it here, 2a plus 6d. Okay, so this is the one. Further can we solve it? No, so let's leave it here. Okay, so as I said, when there is input provided from the two similar equations, we can form and find the unknown variables. Okay, so let's try to solve the other one with this formula, same formula. Okay, so let's solve these two equations. (2a plus 6d is equal to 14. Okay, so we have another equation, 2a plus 16d is equal to 34. Okay, subtracting here, this gets cancelled, this becomes minus sign, 10d minus here 20. Okay, so minus gets cancelled, 10 ones are 10 twos. D is equal to 2. Okay, so substituting here D in one of the equations, 2a plus 6d is equal to 14. Okay, so 2a plus 6 into 2 is equal to 14. 2a plus 6 2s are 12, 14. 2a, 14 minus 12, 2a is equal to 2. Okay, further a is equal to 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. A is equal to 1. Okay, so we have A, we have D. Okay, so let's move to our next part of the question. First in terms. Okay, so let's put our questions here, the input data what we have, and try to solve it. So let's bring it here this side. This should be clear enough. Okay, so the formula what we have is Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. N is, we are not aware what is n by 2 2, we know a we got it as 1, okay, plus n minus 1, d we retrieved, how much we got it, how much we have the value, d is equal to 2, okay, d is 2 here, n by 2 into 2 plus 2n minus 2, okay, so plus 2 minus 2 gets cancelled, okay, then n by 2 into 2n, 2 get cancelled, then n into n is n square, Sn is equal to n square. So this is the solution. So what is it being asked here? They're not asking the n term here. So this is the solution. Find the sum of the n term. So n, they're asking the n terms the solution. So which we have found the sum of the n term is n square. So in this particular question, the hint is that when n is there, right? So it will be always a square. So let's verify that from this question. How do we do? Okay, so let's take 7. So 7. So 7 means here 7. So Sn is equal to n square. So if S is 7, it should be 7 square. 7 square is 49. Perfect. Okay, so hence we have proved here whatever we have resolved. So Sn will be n square. So if you see, the S7 term is 49. Similarly, if you do 17 square, you should get as 289. Hope this will help to cross verify. So it's sometimes good to cross verify because similar conditions might appear, and you can see that it is nothing but the term will be square of it. Okay, interesting question here. Okay, fine students, let's move to the next question. Okay, so the question 10 says that show that a1, a2, an, so there is a sequence, form an arithmetic progression where an is defined as below. Okay, so an is defined as below. What is trying to say here is that is it arithmetic progression. So an, so n term is defined as, any n term is defined as 3 plus 4n. Also find the sum of the first 15 terms in each case. Okay, so to find the sum of the 15 term, okay, first of all we need to show that it forms an AP where n is defined as below. So we need to find two parts. So one thing is, first we need to find the unknown variables, okay, and to make sure there's an arithmetic progression. How do we say arithmetic progression? If the difference is constant, so then we can prove there is arithmetic progression. So let's get started with the information provided here. So the data provided is here. So it says that an is equal to 3 plus 4n. So let's assume what is that? First term we need to find. First term is nothing but a1. Okay, so a1. So a1. So n here is 1. So let's try to replace here. An is nothing but a1 is equal to 3. Let's replace n with 1, which is the first term. First term we are trying to find. 4 into 1. So what do we get? 3 plus 4. So a1 is equal to 3 plus 4, which is 7. Okay, so we got the first term. So to find the second term, similar formula we can apply. Okay, so a2, replace n with the term or the position number. Okay, a2, 3 plus 4, n we need to replace with 2. Okay, so a2, the second term is 3 plus 4 2s are 8. So it becomes 2 plus 11. So we got the second term. Okay, so second term. Okay, and let's go ahead with another term. The reason is, if you want to show that this is an arithmetic progression, at least two difference we can find and see that it is having the constant. So let's find a3. a3 is what? Here if you see a3, replace n with 3. So 3 plus 4, and n I'm replacing with this value 3. Okay, so 3 plus 4 3 is 12. 12 plus 3 is 15, so A3. So now we have got an arithmetic progression of 7, 11, 15 and so on. So now the first part is this is we got a sequence of numbers. So now to prove that is an arithmetic progression, the difference between the consecutive numbers should be same. Okay, so let's see what is the difference here. D is equal to, let's take A3 minus A2. What is A3? 15 minus 11. So what is the difference here? Difference is 4. Okay, so let's try another example. D is equal to, just to make sure two differences are same. Okay, the constant difference we get it. So let's take A2 minus A1. What is A2? A2 is 11 minus 7. 11 minus 7, 3, 1, 4. Okay, so D is 4. So you can say the constant difference. Hence this is an arithmetic progression. So first part is, this is an arithmetic progression. It's an AP. Okay, so you can write further why it is with this particular sequence. Okay, now it says that find the sum of the 15 term. To find the sum, you need to find Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so we need to find here. So we need to find first 15 terms. So here n is equal to, okay, so n is given as 15. Is 15 is equal to n. Okay, so n is the one, right? 15 by 2 into 2a. So we have got 2. What is the value of a? A is 7 plus n is 15 minus 1 into d. D we got as 4. 15 by 2, 2 7s are 14 plus 15 minus 1 becomes 14 into 4. Okay, so let's bring it down. Further simplifying, let's add this 14 plus 14, 4, 4, 16, 16, 56. Okay, 15 divided by 2, adding this 4, 70. Okay, 235 multiplying 15 into 35. Five, 5, 5, 2, 5. Sum of the first 15 term is, this is the answer. Okay, so what else has been asked here? So we need to find, we have found the sum of the 15 term. Okay, so we found the sum of the 15 term. Okay, so let me repeat here. We need to form is, okay, so we need to form first the arithmetic progression, because the data is not given. To find the sum, we need to have the difference. We need to find the first term. Okay, so this it says that always the n term will be of this form. So it will be an is equal to 3 plus 4n. So any number in this particular sequence or the arithmetic progression, if you take, it will fulfill this condition. Okay, what is being provided. So with using that, we have found our terms like first term, second term, third term, to form an arithmetic progression. So once we found it, we got the value of d. Okay, once we got the value of d, so we went with the formula of sum to find the sum. So it's asking for the 15 term where n is the 15 terms. So we replace n with this. We got the a, we got the d, and try to solve this. By solving this, we got the sum of the 15 term. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so this is similar. Here what it says, that every term which we have in the sequence will follow this pattern. Okay, which will be of this pattern. So let's try to solve it in a similar way. Okay, so a of 1, okay, let's write it down. A n is equal to 9 minus 5n. So a of 1 is equal to 9 minus 5 1. Okay, what it says, 9 minus 5, which is equal to 4. So the first term is equal to 4. So let's find the second term. A of 2 is equal to 9 minus 5, and we replace with the second term 2. So 9, 5 2s are 10, 9 minus 10 minus 1, 8 2. Okay, so let's find the third term. A3 is equal to, so replace the n with 3 value, 9 minus 5 into 3. 9 minus 5 3 is a 15. So we get 6 minus 6, A3. Okay, so we got the sequence here. The sequence is something like this: 4 minus 1 minus 6, and it continues. So let's find the D. E2 minus E1. What is E2? E2 is minus 1 minus of 4. So it becomes minus 5. D is minus 5. Okay, so we have now the known things, and let's find the answer 15th term of this sequence. Okay, so S of Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So always in each question, please make a practice of writing the formula. Even though you might know, even if you don't use it, please try to write it. Make a habit so that it gets embedded, and when you are doing the test or the exam, you can have that practice of writing it. Okay, so let's move forward with the given data. Okay, so Sn S15, right? S15, so n is 15 here. 15 divided by 2 into 2. What is the value of a? We have the value of a as 4, plus we have 15 as the n value. 15 minus 1. Do we have the value of d? Yes, we have the value of d as minus 5. Okay, 15 divided by 2. 2 4s are 8, plus 15 minus 1 is 14, multiplied by minus 5. Further solving, 15. Let's bring the cursor down. Okay, so it's 8 plus minus minus 48, 5 so 70. Okay, so further, okay, where does this 2 go? Okay, 15 divided by 2 into 70 minus this becomes 62. Okay, so 2 gets divided here, 1 3. Okay, minus sign is there, so don't forget this minus sign. 31 multiplied by 15, so let's put the minus sign here. It becomes 5 multiplied 1 6 4. Okay, the sum of 15 term of this given arithmetic progression is 465. Hope this is clear, students. Let me just again show this what exactly we have done. So here it says that every arithmetic progression, the term is going to follow this particular pattern, which will be if an is equal to n minus phi n. So every term, okay, every term or the entry is going to follow this pattern. So with this pattern, so given the pattern, when the pattern is given, try to retrieve and form an arithmetic progression. And to call it as an arithmetic progression, you need to find the common difference. So this common difference will be utilized further in the solving the other part of the question, and also you can cross check this is an arithmetic progression. So we got the unknowns D, A, and the question is saying the 15th term we need to find. So you can use the formula of sum of the nth term, and solving this we will get a solution or the answer for this. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to our next question. Okay, so let's read our question. If the sum of the first n term of an AP is 4n minus n square. Okay, so what it's saying is the first, okay, so sum of, so let's put the formula here. Sn, what is saying is sum of n term is equal to 4n minus n square. So if we replace n, if it is first term, whatever the term is there, so this is the formula which has been given here. Okay, so let's utilize it. Sum, let's say sum of n term. So this is how it is. Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. Sum of the n term is this way, it is represented. What is the first term? Okay, so what is the first term? A, that is S1, that is S1. S1 is nothing but the first term, sum of the first term. What is the first term? Sum of first term is equivalent to the first term. Okay, so for example, if we say the sequence is something like 2, 4, 6, 8. So what is the first? A is equal to 2, and what is the sum of the first term, which is equal to same S1, which is S1, A1 is equal to 2, S1 is also 2. So sum of the first term will be this one. What will be the sum of second term? So it will be S2. It will be nothing but S1 plus S2. Okay. You can see something like this. Okay. Let's put like this. So 2 we have. Okay. So if we want to find the second term, this is nothing but this some difference here. Okay, S2 minus S1. So remember this. So let's try to put this in a formula. A of n is equal to S of n minus S of n minus 1. So remember this. So if the sums are being given, this is how it will be formed. So let's try to put it here. A of 2. So A of 2 is equal to Sn. So Sn, what is Sn here? 4. Okay, 4 minus, sorry, 4 plus 2 here becomes 6. So 6 minus S of n minus 1. So what is the sum of here? So in first term, if you take S of sum of 2, okay, E2 becomes 6 minus 4, 2. Okay, so one thing remember here is this is the way if you want to find the nth term when the sum is given. So it will be, so remember this formula. This is actually a very tricky question. This is to find the knowledge of the arithmetic progression. So remember this, whenever you want to find the nth term when the sum is given, this is how you can substitute it. Okay, so using this, let's proceed forward. What will be our S1? S1 is nothing but equivalent to your A. Okay, and that has been also mentioned in your question. We need to find here. Okay, so let's try to put S1 in this particular formula, not formula, the form which has been given here. So S1 is equal to 4, n is 1 minus 1 square. So S1 is equal to 4 minus 1, which is equal to 3. Okay, so S1 also, S1 is equal to 3, which is our A. Okay, which is also equivalent to A. So A value is equal to 3. Okay, so using this formula, can we find the second term E2, which is equivalent to S2 minus S1. Okay, so what is here? Do we have the S1 value? Yes. Do we have the S2 value? No. So we need to find it. So how can we find? Here we can substitute Sn. Sn is equal to 4n minus n square, which has been given here. So let's put S2 is equal to 4 into 2 minus n is 2 square. So S2 is equal to 4 2s are 8 minus 2 to 4. S2 is equal to 4. So we got S2 as 4 from this particular given condition. Okay. So we have this sum here of first, second, and using this formula can we find the terms. Okay, so let's try to find it here. E2 second term will be sum of the second term minus sum of the first term. So what is the sum of second term? We have got 4 minus what is the first term? We have sum of the first term is 3, so is equal to 1. So we have E2 is equal to 1. Okay, so let's find the third term using the same formula. Okay, so an, so what is a n is 3 here, sum of s3 minus s2. Okay, so here we need to find s3. Okay, we have s2. So how do you find s3? S3 is, we similarly we can find it here, like how we got it here, by replacing here with the value. Okay, so let me just try to get some space here. S3 is equal to 4n, what is in here, 3 minus 3 square, 4 3s are 12 minus 3 square 9, 12 minus 9 we get the value 3. So we have S3. S3 we have. So now let's try to replace here with this value and try to get the answer. S3 is given as 3 minus S2. What is S2 here? S2 is given as 4 minus of 4. So A3 is nothing but A3 is equal to 3 minus 4 becomes minus 1. Okay, so let's retrieve here from this question. So it says what now we have done, what is the second term? Okay, what is the first two terms we found, what is second term? Similarly find the third term, the 10th term and the nth terms. Okay, fine. So we need to find the 10th term. So using the same formula we can find the 10th term. How we found the third term? Similarly we can use the nth term. Okay, so let's try to put it in this formula. So this is the given data, so it will be, so let's put it in this way. Okay, S10 is equal to 4 n is 10 here minus of 10 square. Okay, so let's solve it here. S10 is equal to 4 10 40 minus 100. So this becomes 60 but minus 60. Okay, so we got S10. So we got S10. for us to find the nth term, that is E10. E10, the formula what we have is sum of 10th minus sum of n minus 1. Okay, so 10 minus 1, 9. So we have S10. So let's similarly find the S9. S9 is equal to 4 into replace. Okay, so we have this 4. We will utilize this one. Okay, 4n minus n square. N minus n is 9 square. Okay, 4 9s are 36 minus 9 square is 81. Okay, so it becomes minus 5 4. So we have S9. Okay, so can we find here the A10 now, the 10th term? Okay, yes we can. So A of 10th is equal to S of 10, which is minus 60 minus of S9, which is minus 45. Okay, so minus 45. So A of 10 is equal to minus 60 minus of minus becomes plus 45. Okay, so it becomes, so minus plus minus, it becomes 15 E10. Okay, this is a bit lengthier question, and let's look at once again what exactly we'll have done just to retrieve. So this is a little bit tricky question. This sort of question will help you or comes to check whether you know the particular chapter or not. So let's go once again what exactly we have understood here. Let's read the question here. Okay, so what it says is that find the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic progression which is of this form. Okay, so the arithmetic progression, any n term if you take, this will be following this pattern. Okay, this pattern 4n minus n square. So this you can use it for the sum. So the sum will be 4n, so Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. So wherever the n is there, its sum whatever is there. So if you find the first term, then its sum will be, you need to replace n with the value. For example 1 if we see, then replacing 1 here will get the value of the first sum of it. And also we know the first sum or the first term is nothing but a. So we found the a here by substituting. Okay, and here it says that what is the second term, and also we know any n term, if you want to know, it is nothing but the sum of the n term minus sum of the previous nth term, which is n minus 1. Okay, so this is how you can find. So this is something which is important here to find it out, the n term. So here they are saying find the third, the 10th and the nth term. So here we need to find the third and the 10th term. Okay, similarly find the third, the 10th and the nth term. So we need to find the terms here. Okay, so what are the terms in this particular? So we have seen here, sorry, so we have seen here by, okay, why is this mistake happening? Okay, so here we have seen how we retrieve the value. So I would say please go through the once again back and try to retrieve how we are getting this value. So basically what I would say is that this is the important thing. Okay, this is something which you need to make sure from the question you got it. So by solving this you will get the values of the sum. And how do you find the terms? So this is the one which you need to remember. So Sn minus Sn minus 1. So replace the n with the value which has been given. So now if you want to find the 10th term, so a of 10th term is equal to, n is 10 here, so sum of 10th term minus sum of n minus 1. So by solving this you will get the whichever the term is being used. So now to make it easy, the question has been given that if you want to find the sum of that particular term, this is being put it in the form of 4n minus n square. So solving this you will get the value of the term by putting in this. So if a of 10 is being asked, so what we have seen is that here, so a of 10, how did we find a of 10? Sum of S10 minus sum of S9. Okay, so this is something, by using this formula we retrieved it. Okay, using this formula. And how to find the S10? Since we have been given in the question, if any of the sum is given, it will come in this particular format. Which format? Sn is equal to 4n minus n square. So maybe try once or twice, you should be able to get that. This sort of questions are very important, and this comes to check the particular chapter. So in this particular chapter, if you want to know the arithmetic progression your way, so this sort of formulas we can utilize. So here, remember this one. Okay, so this will help you to solve this sort of problems. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so what it's saying is find the sum of the first 40 positive integers which are divisible by 6. Okay, so we need to have an arithmetic progression here which is divisible by 6. So which will be something like this. Okay, 6, 12, 18. So like this we will have. So this is nothing but first positive. So positive integers which are divisible by 6. Yes, they are divisible by 6. Okay, so now we have this. So we know in this, so a is equal to 6, and what is the difference? Difference is nothing but a2 minus a1. So what is a2? 12 minus 6. The difference is 6. So d is also 6. So we have the value of d, we have the value of a. Okay, so what we need to find the sum of first 40. So it's asking the 40th sum first. Okay, so what we can do, we can use this formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so in this, what now we know n, we know a, we know d. Okay, so let's try to put it as 40. This is what we need to find as 40. N is, we know, 40. Okay, divided by 2. 2 into a is 6 plus n. What is n here? N is 40 minus 1 into d. D we got it as 6. Further solving, so 2 ones are 20. Okay, so we got 20. 2 6 are 12 plus 40 minus 30. 40 minus 1 will get 39 into 6. Okay, so let's further simplify it. 20, 12 plus 39 multiplied by 6, you will get 4, 3, 2. Okay, 20, further adding this, will get 2, 6, 4, 2. Okay, so now we need to multiply. Okay, with 2, we'll get it as 0, 2, 9, 4, s of 40. Okay, so the sum of 40th term is, okay, this is what we need to find. Okay, so we got it here. With this, substituting the values, we got the value of it. Okay, students, let's move to the next question. Hope this is clear. Find the sum of the first 15 multiples of 8. Okay, so it says the first 15 multiples of 8. Okay, so let's form the arithmetic progression here. Okay, so it is, 8, 16 multiple, okay, 24. Okay, and it further proceeds. Okay, so do we know what is the value of a? Is 8. What is the value of d? D is equal to a2 minus a1. 16 minus 8 is equal to 8. So we have the value of d is equal to 8. A, we have 8. Okay, since it's a multiple, find the sum of the first 15 terms. So what it is saying is, Okay, so first 15 term we need to find. So we have the formula Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into t. Okay, so S15 is equal to 15 divided by 2 into 2. What is a is given as 8 from here, plus 15 is the end, 15 minus 1. What is d? D is given as 8 from here. Okay, so 15 further simplifying, 2 8 16 plus 15 minus 1 14, 14 into 8 so becomes 2 1 1. Okay, so 15 divided by 2, adding this it becomes 8 2 1. Okay, so 2 goes in this, how many times? 4 2. Okay, 64. Fifteen into 64 multiplying, we'll get 6 9. S of 15 is equal to 960. So this is what we need to find the sum, okay, of the 48 terms, which is a multiple. So in this, first we found the arithmetic progression, which is a multiple of 8. We found the unknown values which would be required to find the sum a d. Okay, n is given as 15. First 15 term, we need to find the sum of first 15 term by replacing with this formula and substituting the value. And simplifying this, we'll get the value of it, which we have got it as 960. Okay, hope this is clear, student. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 50. Okay, what are the odd numbers here? Okay, we can find the odd numbers. 1. Okay, so 1 starting 3 odd, so like this it continues, and 50 not. Okay, so 49 is the odd number. So here we have the sequence, and also it says, okay, since it's a 50, so the n also will be, n will be half of it, the odd numbers will be half of it, 25. Okay, so we have here, so what do we have? A, do we have a? Yes, we have. Do we have d? Yes, we have d. Okay, and it is the also this is the last term, so we have the value of l. L is equal to 49, and this is the last term, and this will be the 25. So we can use the formula of finding the sum by Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. Okay, so S of 25 is equal to 25 divided by 2 into a. What is a? Is 1 here. What is l? Last term is 49. Okay, so 25 divided by 2, it becomes 50. 1 plus 49, 50. 2, 25, 25, 25. It's square root 625. So S25 value is equal to 625. Hope this is clear. So let's try to read the question once again. Find the sum of the odd numbers between 0 and 15. So let's put what are the odd numbers first in the sequence. It starts with 1, 3, and it ends with the 49. This is the odd number. So now if it has equal number of, right, so totally we have 50. So 25 will be odd, 25 will be even. So we know the number will be 25, n will be 25. So with this, since this is the last term, so we know the value of the last term, so we put 49, and you can find the sum of the last term by using this formula. And also you can find with the other formula what we have. Sn is equal to, let me write it down, Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, because we know n, we know we have a here. Okay, we know the value of a, we know the value of n, we know the value of d. So with this formula also we can solve it, but this will be a little bit more steps. Since we know what is the last term here, we can put this formula and solve it in much simpler steps. Okay, so this can be sorted. So please try with this and see, check whether you will get the same value or not. Okay, hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, a contract on construction job specifies a penalty for delay of completion beyond a certain date as follows. Okay, so 200 for the first day, okay, given 250 for the second day, okay, second day, so 300 for the third day, etc. So what it says is that a contract has been given for the construction job, and every time there is a delay, okay, so every time there is a delay, whether it's first day, second day, it's on the day. So this particular sequence, what you can say is day. So every day you put it, so there is a constant difference we can see. Okay, 200, 250, 300 day, etc. So that means next will be 350 here. So the penalty for each succeeding day being 50 more than for the preceding day. So here it's also giving the hint here, so it's 50. The difference is 50, and as from here also we can say 200, and next day if they delay it becomes 250, then further 250 plus 50 it becomes 300. So further fourth it will be 300 plus 50, it will be 350. So here we have a sequence, okay, more than for the preceding day. How much money the contractor has to pay as penalty? How much money? Okay, if he delayed the work by 30 days. Okay, so let's form first the arithmetic progression here. So it says that 200 first day, then if it delays it becomes 200 plus 50, which is 250. Then if it delays further, it becomes 250 plus 50, which becomes, sorry, 250 plus 50 becomes 300. Okay, so it continues. So here what it's saying is that sum, so sum of this till the 30th term, till the 30th term. Okay, sum. So we need to find 200 plus 250 plus 300 like this 30th term. So for that we need to find, we can find the sum by using this formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so what do you, n is given, so yeah, so n is given here, it says that 30th, so 30. A is given, yes, A is given 200. Okay, is D given? Yes, you can find the difference here, and also in the question also it says more than for proceeding, so succeeding, so it's a 50. So you can calculate by also subtracting the successive number a2 minus a1, you'll get the same. So we have this value, so let's try to put it here. S of 30 is equal to n. What is n? 30 divided by 2a, what is a here, plus n 30 minus 1 into d is 50. Okay, this is a calculation multiplications, so be careful. So bigger calculations are coming, so you should be good at calculating. This is simple calculations but bigger numbers. Okay, so here it goes 15, so let's put it as 15. Let's simplify further inside. 400 plus 30 minus 1, 29 into 50. Okay, so 15, you have 400 plus, okay, 5 stable. Okay, so it will be multiply, you'll get 4 1. Okay, further simplifying, we'll get this value as 0.581. Okay, further multiplying this, you will get 0.0055772. okay, so S30 value is this. Hope this is clear, student. So is this being asked? What is the question being asked here? Okay, so how much amount? So the amount will be this much, 27k 750. Hope this is clear. So here, by reading this, we know that this is going to form a sequence of 200, and every time there's a 50 increment for the penalty. Okay, so we need to see what value it will come on the 30th day. So that means for 1 month, if they delay, this is the value. Okay, this is the value they need to give as a penalty, okay, for the contractor. Okay, hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, let's read the question here. A sum of 700 is to be used. Okay, so let's consider it as rupees, is to be used to given each cash prize to students of 7 of school for their overall academic performance. Okay, so what it's trying to say here, this is 7, so 7 students are there. Okay, so 7 students are there, so which need to be distributed. So total number of prizes to be distributed is 7, and the total amount is given. So total prize which has been given is 700, and in such a way that if each prize is 20 rupees less than its preceding prize. Okay, so if I have given the first prize as 100, the next prize will be assume just for the understanding, if the first prize is given as 100, the next prize will be, sorry, so if the first prize is 100, it will be less, so less means 20, so it will be 80. Okay, then the next prize will be, third prize will be 20 less, so 60. So this is how it is going to form a sequence. Okay, so when this sort of question comes, we need to find the value of each of the prizes. Okay, so we need to find the price value of each of, okay, find the value of each of the price. Okay, so we need to find the value of it. So that means, what is the price? Okay, so this is nothing but it's trying to find the price here. Okay, so let's put it here. The sum is given, sum of, so it says that sum of your 7 term, right? So it says that my sum of 7 cash prizes, so 7 cash prizes is given as 700. From this we can see 7 cash prizes which has been given, so you have 700. Okay, so like this, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, so starting from 1 till 7 is there, so the entry is 7, so we know 7 cash prizes, and the total amount given is 700 for the 7 prizes. Okay, and it in such a way that, okay, the first prize what has been given, it will be less than 20, for less 20 for the next prize. So for example, let's assume the first prize value is x, as x, so assume this is x, so sum, okay, so x, so the first prize value is x, so next prize value will be x minus of 20. Okay, so then this will be minus of this value, so x minus of 20 minus 20 again, so which is equivalent to, so let's see, it will be x minus 20, x minus 40, like this. This will be x minus 60. Why I'm putting like this? So if you see, the term always will be 20 less than its preceding. Is it 20 less than its preceding? Yes, x was there, preceding was x less than 20, then preceding was x minus 20, then minus 20 if you do preceding, it is minus 20. So like this is going to form the sequence. Okay, so with this, so we know what is the values here. So a is equal to x here. Okay, do we know the difference? Yes, we can find the difference. Difference is nothing but a2 minus a1. So what is a2 here? X minus 20. Okay, 1 second. X minus 20 minus of the value even. Okay, so here if you see x minus 20 minus x plus x gets cancelled, the value of d is equal to minus 20. So we have the value of d is equal to minus 20. Okay, so now the sum is given. So can we find this with the sum formula? S n is equal to n by 2, okay, into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so now let's start substituting and we should be able to get the value of it here. Okay, so Sn, what is n here? N we know it is 7, and we have the value of Sn, total sum also we have, so which is 700, total price which has been given, and between the 7 students too. Okay, so do we have the value of a? Yes, we have the value of a as x plus n. N is nothing but 7. Okay, minus 1. Substituting here, do we have the difference? Yes, so difference is d is minus 20. So let's substitute here. 7 by 2, 2x. Okay, 7 minus 1 is 6 minus 20. 7 by 2, 2x plus into minus becomes minus, 6 to the 12, 120. Okay, okay, so we have, okay, let's try to, yeah, so there is a 2 here, so if you multiply 7 by 2 with this, it becomes 7x minus 7 multiplied by 60. Okay, so we have the value here 700. So if you see the common is 7, so let's bring this here. 700, 7 outside, I should have not multiplied, x minus 60. Okay, 700 divided by 7 is equal to x minus 60. 7 on 100. Okay, so 100 is there, so let's put it here. X is equal to 100 is here this side, let's swap it. Minus 60 goes here, it becomes plus 60, so it becomes 160. So value of x is equal to 160. Okay, so we need to find the value of each of the price. Okay, so now find the value of each of the price. So we got 160. The sequence will be, we need to write the sequence here. It will be 160, and we know it will be less than the 20 less than this, so it will be 140, 120 and continuous. So this will be our price value. Okay, so let's put it here. The answer, arithmetic progression of price for the price will be, so it will be 160, 140, so totally there are 7, right? 140, 120, 100, 80, 60, 40. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so this is the price distribution which we have done. Hope this is clear, students. So let's look at it once again. The question, does it make sense? Let's try to retrieve the value here by correlating our, okay, a sum of 700 is to be used to give 7 cash prizes. So totally we have 700 rupees, and that has to be distributed among the 7 students. Okay, you have sum of the amount, okay, and how many is 7. So now how do you distribute? And it's distributed in a category in such a way that each subsequent price is less, 20 less. So we assume the value, first value as x, then the next sequence value we assumed as -2, like that. Previous ones -2. So we found the difference as -20. Okay, so because it's reducing, so this is something which you need to be careful. So if you subtract, we found the value of d, right? So this is something which we found it here, -20. So just be careful with the sign while doing this sort of questions. Hope this is clear, student. So look it once again and you might able to get it. And finally we need to substitute with the formula. Before that, we need to find the unknown variables which we have found. So in this case, the unknown variable was a, so we retrieved it by substituting the values which we have got it from the question. Hope this is clear, student. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so what is the question saying? In a school, students thought of planting trees in and around the school to reduce air pollution. Okay, it was decided that the number of trees that each section of each class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. Example, section of class 1 will plant 1 tree. Okay, so each section, so the standard will plant based on their class. Okay, will plant 1 tree. A section of class 2 will plant 2 tree. Okay, so first standard will plant 1, second standard students will plant 2 trees. Okay, and so on till class 12. So we have till class 12. So let's put it here. So we have 1, 2, 3 till class 12. Okay, so let it read. So what it says that, and around the schools to reduce the air pollution, it was decided that the number of trees that each section of the each class will plant will be the same as the class. Okay, so first class will put first 1, second class will put plant 2, third will put plant 3, and 12th class will plant 12. Okay, class will plant will be the same as the class in which they are studying. Example, section of class 1 will plant 1, a section of class 2 will plant 2 trees, and so on till class 12. So 12th class student will plant 12. There are 3 sections of each class. Okay, so here is the twist. There are 3 sections of each class. So one class, so for example, class A, this is class A, class first, there are like that A, B, C, 3 sections are there. So there are 3 sections. Okay, so the arithmetic progression changes here. So that means so first class students will plant actually 1 A section, B section, C section. Okay, so like this. So this will be 3. Similarly, the second class will plant, A section will plant 2, then B section will plant 2, then C section will plant 2. So totally it will be 2, 4, 6. So the sequence will be something like this. Okay, similarly, class 12th has A section, then B section, then it has C section. Sorry, C section. So totally they will plant 36. Okay, so this is our sequence. So just be careful. So this is the twist here. There are 3 sections of each class. So if it was 1 section, then you can go with this as an sequence, but there are 3 sections in the each class. So this is how you can write it, the sequence. So what is it? How many trees will be planted by the student? So how many trees will be planted? So totally we know it starts from 3, 6 sequence, 36. So we know the last term here, 36 in this sequence. Okay, 36. So how many trees will be planted by students? So we need to add. So we need to add till this. So how much? So basically it says this sum. So we can find this sum by Sn is equal to n by 2 divided by. Okay, so we know the last term. So either we can use the other formula or we can use this formula when we know the last term. So let's use the last term formula. Here the advantage will be the steps will be lesser here. Okay, so we know here the value we know. Okay, so this is nothing but the multiple of 3. Okay, so multiple of 3. So what is the terms we have? How many terms we have? We have 12 terms. So starting from 1, 2, 3 till 2, 12. Okay, so we have the 12 and we have the value of the 12 term also. So n is equal to 12 because starting from 1 to 12. Okay, and the value also we have. Okay, so let's try to put it here. S of 12 is equal to 12 divided by 12 divided by 2. What is A here? Is the first term here 3. Okay, value of A plus L. What is L? L is 36. So this gets divided to 6. Okay, 6. This is 36 plus 3, 39. Okay, so S12, we would multiply 6 with 39, you'll get 6, 4, 3, 2. Okay, so 234 plants will be planted by each of the class we have. Okay, so here remember this is the twist. So if it would have been one class, this sequence, then this is the sequence which will be following. So we see that each class has 3 sections. So that means each class will put 3 plants. Okay, so each class, in this case it was 3 for the first. Okay, first will be 3 plants. Okay, for the class. So then we can see that 12 there are like that 12 entries, nothing but 12 classes are there. Okay, so 12 classes are there. So 12 classes, and each class will put how many? 12, 12, 12. So there are 3 sections, so 36 totally. So we know what is the value of n. N is nothing but the entry of the classes, 12 we have, and we know what is the value of A. A is nothing but each class has 3. So first starting class plants going to be 3. Okay, and we know the value of L. L is given the last, which is 36 from this. Okay, so this sort of questions requires a little bit of reading of the questions multiple times so that we get the proper sequence. Okay, so try to read the question more than 2 to 3 times till you get it. Then solving this is easy. So whenever it says how many trees, it's nothing but it's asking for you how many, means it is nothing but sum it is asking. So either you can find with the, since last time is given, you can retrieve this, or you can retrieve with the standard formula of n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d, that also. But here if you put this, the steps will be lesser in this when you know the last term. Okay student, hope this is clear. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so let's read our question regarding this. A spiral is made up of successive semicircles with centers alternatively at A and B, starting with center A of radii. Okay, starting with center A of radii. Okay, starting with center A radii 0.5 centimeter. Okay, then it increases with 1.0 centimeter, 1.5, 2.0 centimeter. So every time it increases by 0.5 centimeter as shown in the figure. What is the total length of such a spiral made of 13 consecutive semicircles? Okay, so each is a semicircle here, so each is a semicircle here. So like this we are forming a semicircle, so 13 times. So length of this 13 times we need to sum it up. So what does it mean here? So we need to have L1 plus L2 plus L3 plus till 13. Okay, let me just make it smaller. So 13, and how do you find this is a radii? So circumference circle of circumference, we know what is the value, okay, which is equal to 2 pi r. This is for the circle of circumference, but we are taking semicircle, so it will be divided by 2, so it will be pi r. For example, if we take length of first one, it will be pi into r, so radius. So this one L1 and L2. Okay, so what is the radius of the first one? It is pi into 0.5. okay, similarly L2 will be pi r, which is r is here mentioned as 1.0 centimeter. 1.0 centimeter. L3 is pi into 1.5. okay, so here we have the sequence. Okay, so let's form the series here. It is something like this: 0.5 pi, then 1.0 pi, then it becomes 1.5 pi. Like this, it becomes a series. Okay, so this forms a arithmetic progression. So in this, we can find a. What is a here? Is first term, which is 0.5 into pi. What is d here? D is equal to a2 minus a1. What is a2 here? a2 is 1.0 pi minus 0.5 pi, which is equal to 0.5 pi. okay, so we got this, and we need to find the length, okay, till 13. So all this the length of this spiral wire what we have found. So adding this, we'll get the length of the spiral what has been received. So for that, we can use the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. okay, so we know sum till 13 we need to find. 13 times this has been done, so 13 divided by 2, n is 13 here. 2 into a, what is a? Is 0.5 pi plus n, what is n here? 13 minus 1 into d. D is, we got 0.5 pi. okay, divided by 2, 2, it becomes 1 pi. 13 minus 1, 12. 12 into 0.5 becomes 6 pi. 13 divided by 2, this becomes 7 pi. 13 divided by 2 into 7, and we know the value of pi is 22 by 7. This will help us divide further. 7 goes to 1 sir, 11 sir. 13 11, 13 into 11 will get 143. Is 13 is equal to 143 centimeters. So just remember, it is in centimeters, so the unit matters a lot. Okay, so it is totally how much unit we got, it's in centimeters. Okay, so I hope this is clear. So just, if you're not clear, so please go through this question and try to see what are the parameters we can form. So one thing is we need to form an arithmetic progression here. Once we have all the values which has been given, we can put it in our summation formula of finding the nth term, sum of the nth term. Okay, so if you see here, what it is actually doing is the length. It's trying to find the length, how much length it would require for this sort of spiral to create it, wherein given that you have a radius of 0.5 centimeter, okay, then successive you have 1.0 centimeter. So this will give you, so the radii is given. So since it's a circle, you need to find the circle of circumference. So since circle of circumference, we know that it is 2 pi r. For radii it will be half. So that's how we got it, pi r, and then pi r, and then we multiply, we have replaced here r with the for each of the semicircle which we have drawn. So that formed a sequence. So once we formed a sequence, then we solve it as a arithmetic progression, where we retrieve a, d, and we know it is 13. So based on this, we have applied a formula to find the length of the spiral. Okay, hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, 200 logs are stacked in the following manner. Okay, so totally we have 200 logs. So we have 200 logs, 20 logs in the bottom row. So here we have 20. So bottom row we have 20 we have. Okay, bottom row 19 in the next row. So we have 19 in the next row stacked. Okay, this is stacked. 18 in the next row. Okay, so 18 in the next row. Okay, next row to it, and so on. So it keeps reducing it. Okay, so you have a sequence here. So of the logs, 20, 19, 18, and it keeps continuing. Okay, this is what is the information given. In how many rows are the 200 logs placed, and how many logs are there in top row? Okay, so like this, how many rows will be there? Okay, so we need to find the n here. Okay, so we need to find n here. Okay, and we have been given total logs will be 200. So all this the sum of all the logs in each of these rows, right, is 200. So that means we have the sum of all the logs, okay, which is 200. This value is there. Okay, so do we have a here? Yes, we have a. Do we have d here? Yes, we have d. 19 minus 20, which becomes minus 1. Okay, so we have d here, we have a here. Okay, so Sn is there. N is not n is the thing which we need to find. Okay, so let's put our formula for finding. So we have the sum. So Sn is equal to n by 2. Okay, then we have 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, what is here in Sn we know. Let's put it Sn. Sn is, one second, Sn is what? 200. Okay, n by 2. 2a is given as 20. Okay, plus n we need to find what is d. D is minus 1. Okay, so 200, let's bring this 2 here, n. So n 220, let's simplify. 40 plus minus 1, let's multiply this. Okay, so this becomes minus n, minus into minus becomes plus 1. Okay, so this becomes 400. Let's multiply this. This becomes, okay, so we have here, right, let's simplify further. 41 minus n. So 400 into n 41 n minus n into n becomes n square. Okay, this is coming to our quadratic equation. So let's form this. Let's bring this here and equate to 0. Okay, so n square minus becomes plus n square, then this becomes minus 41n, this is same, so 400 is equal to 0. Okay, so we need to find the factorization here, so let's go ahead with the factorization. When we multiply, it should be 400, when we add, it should be 41. So let's go ahead with this. 400, okay, so 200, 200, okay, further 50, 2 comes 25, 5 1. Okay, so this multiplied by this 2 2s are 4, 4, 4, 4, 16. Okay, so 16 and 25. Okay, fine. So we got the factors here. N square minus plus into minus 0 minus 25 n minus 16n plus 400 is equal to 0. Okay, so let's put n outside. N minus 25 minus 16 outside, minus out n minus into plus minus into minus becomes plus 16 25 400 is equal to 0. So we have n minus 25 n minus 16. Okay, solving this, we have n minus 25 0, n minus 16 0. So n is equal to 25, n is equal to 16. Okay, so both are positive values. So here the thing is, it cannot be both of that. Both of the n cannot be correct. So one of the n is correct. So how do we find it? If it would have been negative or fraction, we would have excluded the other one and taken. So here it is positive and non-fraction. So how do we find? So we can find by the formula we have as an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so with this we can find its value. So one we can put it as n as one of the values, and like to see how we can, what is that value, we'll get it. Okay, so a of 16 is equal to a, we have a is 20 plus 16 minus 1 into d, which is minus 1. Okay, 20 plus 15 into minus 1, which is 20 minus into plus minus 5. Okay, which becomes 15, right? This is 15, this becomes 5. So this value is 5. Let's bring it up here. So a of 16 we have is 5. Okay, so let's find a of another is 25 by replacing here. 20 plus n is 25 minus 1 into minus 1. Okay, 20 plus 25 1 is 24 minus 1. Okay, so this becomes 20 plus into minus minus 24. So 24 minus 20, 20 minus 24 becomes minus 4. So A25 is minus 4. So minus 4. So here this cannot be because it is having a negative value. So that means it's asking in. So if you assume that there is 25th row, the n is like this, the stack is of 25th, the number is 25th, like this. If you go 25th, in that there is minus 4 logs are there. It cannot be minus 4. It can be like 1, it can be positive, right? Or it can be 0. It can be an integer. So here minus 4 is not there. So this is the right answer. So we can say that 16th row we can say, and in that 5 are the logs. Hope this is clear, student. So therefore there are 16 rows and 5 logs in that row. So this is our answer. Okay, so let's see what we have done here. So we have seen that each row there is one reducing, okay, one log being reduced here. So it is like 20, 19, 18, it keeps going. So our question was at the nth row, okay, at which the nth row the sum is given, total 200 is there. So when 200 logs are there, so at which row this will be, and also what will be the number of logs in that row. So the nth level we were supposed to ask by finding the n here. So n can be retrieved by the sum, since sum is given, so we can retrieve the value. So when we sort it out, it came to a quadratic equation, and we got the two values. Okay, to find which exactly is the correct value, we try to substitute the nth value by using the nth value formula, is this nth value formula, and we could identify this is one correct answer, and that was this is 16. There are 16 rows and there are 5 logs in that row. Okay, so hope this is clear. Okay students, let's move to the next question, which happens to be our last question. Okay, let's read it. In a potato race, a bucket is placed at the starting point. Okay, starting point, which is 5 meter, okay, so which is 5 meters from the first potato, and the other potatoes are placed 3 meters, so 3 meters. Okay, so subsequent is 3 meters, 5 meters, place 3 meter apart in straight line. Okay, so straight line. Okay, there are 10 potatoes in the line, so like this there are 10. Okay, so the potatoes sequence is given, so like this there are 10. Okay, 1 2, so like this 10 9. A competitor starts from the bucket. So here the logic, it says the competitor starts from the bucket, okay, picks up the nearest potato, okay, so from the bucket starts, picks up the nearest potato, runs back with it, okay, drops it in the bucket, okay, runs back to pick up the next potato, runs to the bucket to drop it in it, okay, and she continues in the same way until all the potatoes are in the bucket. What is the total distance the competitor has to run? Okay, fine. You have a bucket here, okay, so you have a bucket here, so where the competitor, so first distance is mentioned as 5, next is 3. So the competitor, what it will do is, first it will start from here, go to this, which is 5 meters, picks up this potato, okay, then comes back again 5, which becomes, so 10. So our starting is 10, so puts this, then again it goes back to the next one, okay, which is 5 plus 3, 8, okay, and this again comes back 8 again back, so 8 plus 8, 16, Okay, so total distance here is second time is 16. Then like this we have third. Okay, so it goes here. Let me change the color here. Okay, so again it starts here, it goes till here. So what is distance? 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 3 11. So this side is 11. Okay, then again it has to come back and put the potato in the bucket. So 11 plus 11 22. Okay, so totally, so let's take 22. So like this it continues till the nth. Okay, so here what all the data is given, let's read it out. Okay, a raised bucket is placed at the starting point, which is 5 meters from the first potato. Okay, we got it. Starting point we have, and the other potatoes are placed 3 meters apart in a straight line. Okay, so straight line here, 3 meters. There are 10 potatoes in the line. Okay, there are 10 potatoes. So n is given. So n is given as 10. Okay, so a competitor starts from the bucket, picks up the nearest potato, runs back with it, drops in the bucket, runs back to the pick up the next potato. So it's like a one round. If it is 5, it will become 10. Then if it is 5 plus 3, which is 8, 8 plus multiple twice going back and again returning back. So it will be 8 means it will be 16. Okay, like this it will continue. Okay, drop it in, and she continues in the same way until all the potatoes are in the bucket. So totally 10 are there. So 10 times this need to be followed. So n is the sequence. Okay, so n terms. So n, how many times? N. Okay, what is the total distance the computer has to run? So total when it says, it's nothing but the sum. Okay, sum. So we know n here, so we need to find the sum. Okay, so do we have what all the values we have? So we have we can use the sum formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so we have n. Yes, we have. Do we have a? Yeah, we have a. A is equal to 10. Do we have d? Yeah, we can find the d. 16 minus 10, it becomes d is equal to 6. Okay, so let's try to replace here. Okay, s of sum of 10. Okay, 10 divided by 2. Okay, 2, what is a is 10 here. 10 plus n is 10 minus 1 into d. D is 6 here. Okay, so it is 2 goes 5 times. 2 tens are 20 plus 9 into 6. 20 9 6 54. Okay, so this one 5, this gets added 4, 74, this gets multiplied, 74 half 5 multiplied, it becomes, okay, so s 10 in meters. 370 meters. What is the total distance the computer has to run? Total distance to be run. (370 meters). Highlight this. I hope this is clear, students. So here in this you need to understand the question here, which is something tricky here. So understand the question, read it more than once, you should be able to get in a position to understand how this is being calculated. So once you form the series or the sequence, then you can find the solution or the required question which is being asked by this formula, by putting this sum. So sum formula, if you know the last term, you can find it. Otherwise we have the standard formula. By substituting the values in that, we should be able to get it. Hope this is clear, and I think we have come to the end of the last question. So students, so I know that especially in this particular exercise, we have seen some of the things which are like getting into solving in, not only arithmetic progression, it requires the converting the question into the AP. So that is what is something which we have seen. So please try to read the question, and my suggestion would be, reading the question trick is divide the question into multiple half. Try to put the understanding in this, and again read the question once again with all the halves including. So that will help you to sort this sort of questions with respect to the arithmetic progression. I wish you all the best. Hope to see you again. Thank you guys. Thank you students. Take care. Bye.